Well, we're going to talk about cheer athletics today in our business spotlight. And we have with us Craig Wolf, who is the co-owner of the Omaha location. We also have with Craig, that we'll bring on in a moment, Ladarius Marshall, who has become an all-star cheer celebrity known around the country. And also Krista Gilson, who is the director of development for the Omaha cheer athletics location. But first of all, Craig, welcome back to the show. Some people might remember you when you co-hosted a few weeks ago.
I did. It was on October 1st, and that was just a great time. As I told the audience at that time, Trenton, big shoes to fill that day.
Absolutely.
And you know what they say about people with big shoes?
Exactly.
Big socks.
Big hands. Oh, thank you.
Huge socks. I know, Trenton, your job was a little bit in jeopardy. He did a hell of a job.
I got a lot of positive feedback on that.
I keep looking for your routines, your cheer routines, Craig Wolf cheer routines, and I haven't been able to find them, which is a good thing.
He's top of the pyramid.
Yeah, I stay back from that. I let Ladarius, Krista, and the rest of our coaches and athletes handle all that. I'm a good supporter.
Well, give us an overview of cheer athletics.
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, thanks for having us out. My wife and I, Tiffany, had been in all-star cheer for 10 years. Our daughter started at 3 years old, so you can start as your athlete as early as 3. And where we were at that time was a fine place, but we just felt like, when you have athletes, these youth that are in our gym year-round, starting in May through April, they come to us for cheer, that we could just do it at a higher level. I'm very passionate about Omaha. I'm born, raised, and let me step back for a second, because people might say, well, why the heck is a cheer show on Grow Omaha? Well, Cheer Athletics is the #1 cheer brand in the entire country. Cheer Athletics has won more national championships than any other cheer gym out there. There are 12 locations around the country, Plano, Texas being the headquarters. And for us to have the resources and support of those other locations, coaches flying in all the time that will help us get better. We share information. The culture of cheer athletics is the motto is we rise by lifting others. It's very positive, and we're just blessed to be a part of this. So to be able to bring cheer athletics to Omaha, being an Omaha guy, and give these all-star cheer athletes an opportunity to be a part of cheer athletics was pretty exciting for us. From my standpoint, I'm a business guy, and I want these athletes as part of cheer athletics to be well-rounded. So not only have all-star cheer skills, which is Krista's role and our coach's role to help develop them, but also we teach nutrition. What you put in your bodies is very important, especially as athletes. And fast food is prevalent today. So just the education of good nutrition. Leadership skills. When they're out on the mat, it doesn't always go well. Anybody can be a good leader when times are good. And when it's really those opportunities when the tough times, maybe we don't do so well, that the athletes are down on themselves, where we can teach them great leadership skills. We brought in the Kim Foundation to talk about behavioral and emotional health. When you're on the mat, there's high anxiety, but also the social pressures of social media, school. A lot of our athletes are involved in so many different things, just taking them care of themselves from a mental standpoint, mind, body, and soul. And so there's so much more to cheer athletics, Omaha, than just all-star cheer. And then we're really proud of that aspect of it.
Craig, why don't you introduce the guests that you brought with you?
Yeah, I would love to. Ladarius Marshall is in town this weekend, came into Omaha. Tomorrow, at our cheer athletic location, we have our showcase. We call it Blue Debut. Cheer Athletics is royal blue, and so this allows our athletes to debut their routines that they've been working on since May. They put a lot of heart and soul into this, so we want to open this up to the public. Come out to our facility. Come see Cheer Athletics and come watch these athletes. They have been pouring their heart and soul into their routines. We brought in Ladarius Marshall to be able to help be the master of ceremonies for this. We're going to have food trucks. It's a celebration of All-Star Cheer. So please come out. It's free. It's open to the public. The show is from 1 to 4. You don't even have to stay the whole 3 hours. We know on Sundays especially family time is precious. but we'd love to have you come out and just check us out.
And where is it?
It's 146th and Gold Coast Road, Highway 50, 370, basically across from the National Cemetery on the south side by across from Google, up that direction. If you put it in your GPS, you'll find it. And there's going to be we have tents with apparel. I mean, we put a lot of work into it this week to really appreciate our athletes. It's all about them, always will be, and we're excited to see what their routines tomorrow. Also with me is Krista Gilson, our Director of Development. Amazing person. We're so blessed to have her as part of our organization. She's our leader on the mat, and I'll let them take over from here because, as you can tell, I kind of have the Luther Vandross voice this morning, a little under the weather, but it's perfect for what's going on outside. So Krista, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, guys. Thank you for having us.
You bet, Krista. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how long have you been working in All-Star Cheer?
On and off since I was 14 years old.
Okay, so tell us about your role in the business.
My job is to make sure that we're developing the program, the coaches, but most importantly, the athletes as a whole. As Craig mentioned, our number one goal is to make sure that we are building exceptional athletes, but also exceptional humans. So we have highly experienced staff, and we continue to educate them. As he mentioned, we're addressing nutritional health. We're addressing mental health. And then we have monthly themes where we talk about characteristics of what it takes to be an exceptional athlete and a human. And then we put those principles into our practice, and we ask the kids to do that outside of practice. So my goal is to carry out Tiffany and Craig's dream for cheer athletics, which is to make sure that every person that comes to our program leaves better than they came, regardless of the amount of time they spent with us. So.
Well, we're highlighting cheer athletics today on the Grow Omaha show. And in the last segment, we heard from Craig Wolf, who co-owns the Omaha location with his wife, Tiffany. There's 12 locations nationwide. And we also talked with Krista Gilson. And now we're going to bring on Ladarius Marshall. Ladarius is well known in the All-Star cheer circles, has been featured on some television shows, and is in Omaha for the next few days. So Ladarius, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Well, good. Tell us a little bit about your story and how you got started in All-Star Cheer.
Well, I would say it was around 15 years ago. My sister, when I was adopted by my grandmother, my sister, she was a really, really good cheerleader, and she was just always pushing us boys, because it's 4 boys, and she was always pushing us to get outside of our comfort zone and stuff like that, because we all played football and track and stuff like that. So when it came to her teaching us all how to tumble, it was we were taught it's backflips. So I was oh, this is a different sport. It's different from going to football practice and dealing with all these spiders on the ground and dealing with all of these this heat and all these bugs. You just go out there and you get to flip inside air conditioning on this little padded floor. So I was okay, so let me try something different and do something new, because I was stepping outside of my comfort zone.
What age was that?
I was about, I want to say 11. I think I was in the 6th grade. I was about the 6th grade, yes. So it was when I was 11, so around 13 is when I started to actually tumble a lot and get into the gym a lot more. But it was through my older sister and my auntie, because my auntie pushed my older sister, and my older sister pushed me. And when my older sister got done and graduated, she told me, hey, I'm done with this. I want you to go be something one day. And that's when I completely quit every other sport, and I just focused on cheerleading. And that was around when I was 15. So I did a couple years before I got into all the let's get ready to go in front of the people and cheer and tumble in front of everyone else, at pep rallies. So it was it was a big step for me. I can say that. I can say it was a big step, but it was definitely a time to be alive.
And that was when you were growing up in Florida, right?
Yes, I was in Florida.
And you ended up going to college in Utah, of all places, Weber State. And tell us why you decided to go to college in Utah.
Because in Utah, it's got all the mountains and the snow, and I've never really seen snow like that. So it's I'm living my best life. I'm in the Hallmark movies right now. So don't worry about me. I'm out there with the red nose. And okay, let's go. And so When it comes to Weber is like one of the best all like co-eding teams. It's like they give you like the difficulty and they give you like collegiate look. So then that's one of the things that I've been chasing for a long time is someone who's going to push the envelope with me, but that allows me to kind of be myself in a sense. Like I get to perform and I get to show off my strength as a male stunner.
Tell us about your stardom. You've been on a series?
Yes, I was on Cheer for the last 2 seasons, and it was fun. I had a lot.
It's on
lot of
Netflix?
fun. Yes, it's on Netflix. I was at Navarro College. I did 2 years there.
Very cool. And so, what was the show like, and what did people get out of it when they watched it?
It was a documentary, and it was showing how hard that we work as athletes, and like all of us cheerleaders who come from different backgrounds. It like highlighted all of the athletes who come from places like being in Section 8 housing or not having the money to be able to do the things that other kids can do and receive the things that they receive. And it like highlighted that and showed that we all can still get to the same place and work our butt off just like I did. Like it showed a lot of like hard work being put into your life.
You appreciate what you've accomplished.
Yes, sir. I've worked very, very hard for everything that I've gotten.
Ladarius, so as you were getting started in this, though, you were part of cheer athletics growing up, and not the Omaha location in Florida. So tell us a little bit about your time at cheer athletics.
My time at cheer athletics is, I want to say that was one of my best like building blocks of cheerleading because where I came from, I was like one of the best. You like when you're one of the best, you don't really worry about a lot of things. You just go in there and you come out because you know you can do everything. But cheer athletics pushed the envelope for me to the point where even I felt like I was not good enough at one point, and it really took a toll on me because it's very tough. Like they are the standard of cheerleading. We are the leading like championships in Worlds, Summit, and NCAA titles all around. So every cheer competition, they are the leading like role models in those divisions and everywhere. So for me, I was like, dang, this place is like this is like a tough place. Like these coaches did not play any games that you could get replaced very quickly. It was not really like let's have a talk about it. It was like either you're going to do what you need to do and do your job correctly, or you're going to get replaced. So it kind of set the tone for myself with like, this is what I want. This is what I need. I've worked so hard. So why not let your talent speak for itself? Because that's what it looks like. They're gonna say, show me these skills, and you're gonna provide these skills. And if you don't, then you get replaced.
So, Ladarius, before I bring on Craig for one last thing, I want to ask you one more question before we let you go. What's next for you? Where do you take this? Where do you take this? Do you go into coaching? Do you go into continue several years of competition? What are your plans?
My plans are to coach. I actually coach in Idaho right now, and I love my job. I love being able to be the coach that I've always needed growing up, especially with all the resources, like how Cheer Athletics has given us so many resources, how I've met so many amazing people like Krista and Craig and Tiffany. Like, it gives you such an outlook on life. Like, we could all build a better community together. And I want to be one of those coaches that grow from being an athlete to being one of the coaches that the kids can look back on and say, that coach loved me. He cared about me and he understood my struggle, but he did not allow me to give up, or he did not allow me to just sit on my butt and not do anything.
Well, Ladarius, I appreciate you sharing your story with us. And I want to bring Craig on for one more minute before we wrap up. Because, Craig, I know a lot of people are interested in having their kids or grandkids get involved. How does it work? Are there scholarships? What do we need to know?
Well, first of all, if we just love people to come out. If you have an interest, your athlete has an interest in All-Star Cheer, come out to Cheer Athletics. Again, Highway 50 and 370. You can go to cheerathletics.com/Omaha, check out our website, register on there, email us, call us. We pride ourselves on being very responsive to any and all questions. The place we develop at Cheer Athletics Omaha is safe, fun, and a learning environment. And we welcome all. And there's opportunities after cheer. You've seen what Ladarius, the opportunities All-Star Cheer has done for him. I think one of the important things about All-Star Cheer, too, that people probably don't realize is that it is now a sanctioned Olympic event starting in 2028. So I know I was talking to Ladarius last night, and that's one of his goals is to make Team USA.
Wow.
And so that'll be, putting him in the red, white, and blue would be super cool.
We'll be cheering for him when that happens. So Craig Wolf, Ladarius Marshall, Krista Gilson, thanks all of you for joining us, and continued success with cheer athletics.
Thanks, all.
Thanks so much again for having us, Jeff and Trenton. Appreciate that.
Our pleasure.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.